Jaylo,
Yes.
did you use some sort of coconut oil? Because my lips taste a little bit coconutty, and we just kissed and they didn't feel that way before.
Oh, I just put some lip gloss on, and there is, I think there might be coconut in it.
That would explain it.
Yeah, I think there might be some coconut oil in it. I forgot what flavor it was, but it's from the Burt's Bees brand.
I've heard really good things about them, and they're featured in a book. I wish I remember the name of it that I read a few years ago.
Hollywood Chic, or
No, you're thinking about that book. What's the name of it? It's called like not Hollywood Chic. It's called something Chic. That's a different book. That's the one that talks about Toms of Maine and Apple
Trader
Computers
Joe's.
and Trader Joe's.
The
Moral Chic, I think
Moral
it's called.
Chic or something.
Something of that effect. I might have it a little bit wrong.
Okay.
And it basically says that, these companies have an image of being, nice, liberal, good companies. But let's scratch the surface and let's see how good they are as far as unions goes, and as far as wages, and, how much they contribute to the destruction of the earth. What's the name of that book? Something Chic. And it came out in 2011. That's a different book, though.
Okay.
The Toms of Maine one was about small businesses that are doing well. And that book talked about, not the Toms of Maine one, the Burt's Bees one.
Yeah.
They also focused on Cliff Bars.
Oh, wow.
It
was about the ones that were that sold healthy products, right? Organic products.
Well, not necessarily, because they also talk about Righteous Babe Records, which is the label that your girl Annie DeFranco started.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I
didn't know about that one.
Yeah. I that's the only problem about reading so many books is it's easy. Ethical Chic was the name of the one that talked about Apple Computers and
Trader Joe's and all that.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the small business book.
Okay.
But they're really, really good books. And that's an issue when you read so many books. It's easy to forget titles.
See, Bubs, you got to limit it a little bit.
I haven't really read much of anything this week.
Oh, my
Besides for revisiting 11/22/63.
Oh my goodness.
But I need to get into some stuff next week.
Oh, good.
Because I like to read, babes. Well, I shouldn't say I haven't read anything else. I tried reading an anthology from Lillian Ross of her articles in the New Yorker. Because I know that people think that she's really good. I just couldn't get into it.
Oh.
And it's nothing against her. It just, for some reason...
It just didn't...
resonate with me.
It didn't resonate.
And
resonate with you.
And, I have mixed feelings about the New Yorker. Some of their stuff I really dig.
Yeah.
And some stuff they do, it's hard for me to get into.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Babes.
Yeah.
When you were in the shower...
Yes.
I was listening to BBC Six.
Uh-huh.
And there's some guest DJ for Giles Peterson.
Uh-huh.
But after his show comes the Craig Charles Funk and Soul show.
Cool. Yeah.
Which I like, but I don't really listen to it as much.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a new album out by Fantastic Negretto.
Huh. Never heard of them.
They're really good. I saw them live at the Blues Fest.
Really?
A couple of years ago. This might have been before we even met each other.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're really good.
Wow. Where are they from?
I think Oakland.
Oh, wow. I love how the blues festival has like all kinds of people from different cities and states that may not be well known.
Yeah.
But they're known at the Blues Fest. I like that a lot.
So here's the thing that's a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
When Craig Charles was playing their new stuff, he said he has a new album out. But when I saw Fantastic Negretto, there's a lead singer, but he had a backing band. So I'm not sure if he owns the name and just hires musicians to play with him, or if it is an actual band. And he just goes, I'm not sure about that. Because some people like, monikers and whatnot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I always thought it'd be cool, babes, to have a band that their name sounded like a regular person's name. I don't know.
Like Mark?
Well, first and last name. So it can throw people off.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what would you call a rock band's name if you had the choice?
I don't know. That's a problem. I'm not the best with names.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Some people aren't. Some people are.
Yes.
Who knows?
But I like music, so.
Okay.
It's good stuff, babes.
Yeah, we good.
I had that song stuck in my head in the shower today, Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Yes.
Because I heard it last night. And that movie, Stepmommy.
Stepmom.
Okay.
Not stepmommy.
Okay, what else?
They didn't call her mommy.
Oh, I thought they did.
No. No.
Yes.
Yes, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Yes.
We will. So many good songs out there, babes. I'm curious.
Uh-huh.
You like that station, what is it, KCIS?
Yeah.
And they're a good Christian station. But yeah. I'm wondering, how big is their playlist? Like, when you listen to them, do they repeat songs a lot?
Okay, so they're not necessarily an all music station.
Okay.
A lot of it has teaching stuff and talk shows. On Sundays they play like hymns, and they also play, I'm sorry, Saturdays I think they play hymns, like modern hymns that are either made modern or other stuff, other contemporary Christian stuff. And then on Sundays they do some Southern gospel, which I really enjoy, but I haven't listened to that much for some reason. But they're not necessarily a music station, just like they haven't been in the 90s.
Oh, so they've been around for a minute.
They've been around for, yeah, I mean, when I was at the blind school, I would listen to them on occasion, and they were still around, yeah. I'm not sure for how long, but they've been a station for a while.
Back in, I think it might have been the late 90s, there was a morning show that was on the oldie station.
Uh-huh.
And I heard it because, people listen to different stuff. It wasn't necessarily my taste.
Yeah.
But I guess they left the morning station, and I believe I'm remembering this right, and memories can be faulty. I think I saw the host of it do a promotion for the station called Fish or Kiss or something like that, and it was like a Christian music station.
Yeah, it's probably the Fish.
Okay.
Because there's a Fish in Portland, and then there's a Fish in Seattle.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if it's just a Northwest station, but I don't think it's as big as K-Love. K-Love is like all over the country.
K-Love's pretty big.
Yeah.
So is that Delilah lady a Christian?
She is, but she is, you can hear her on like soft rock stations.
Yeah, I've heard her there before.
She is, but she does love songs and dedications a lot, and I would listen to her show when I could. But she's really good with dedications. I've
only heard it a few times, and I think it was when I was living in Honolulu. What are you doing?
Sorry.
That's okay. And, different people would play her stuff. It's not the type of thing I would turn on.
Yeah.
But I remember that people were talking about her show a lot.
Yeah.
But also Hawaii doesn't have that many good radio stations.
And I believe she is from, I think she might be from Washington. Yeah. So yeah, she has definitely had a popular love songs and dedications show.
She's still alive.
Yeah, she is.
Do you listen to her still?
I haven't for a while. But yeah, what I really like is that she's really good with dedications.
Nice.
Yeah.
I remember I was over here one Sunday, and you were playing me some radio theater.
That was in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that so that was from Focus on the Family, and they have dramatizations of they had a dramatization of The Hiding Place. I didn't get to hear all of it, but the people that played them, I think, were the characters were British actors and actresses.
I'm not a big fan of Focus on the Family because
you don't listen to it.
Well, I heard it here over with you,
and you're not a God-fearing boy.
It seemed they're a little bit too conservative Christian-y for me. But at least they're putting out programs now instead of just protesting other people. So that's
no, they've always put out programs.
They've protested people before, and I can't get behind that. I can get behind protesting artists.
Oh my goodness!
Can you?
Well, it depends on who it is, but I don't believe in in censoring artists. I think that if a person wants to listen to them, they can. But if you don't, then don't listen to them.
Yeah,
don't ban them from your radio station just because people don't like them.
I know all roads go back to Howard Stern, but I remember that they were protesting Howard Stern back in the day. And when he went over to Sirius, did his first broadcast the next day, focused on the family, released some thing saying like they heard fuck on his show 77 times on his first broadcast on satellite. And I thought to myself, well, who's listening to it if you're so against it? But that's just me.
Yeah.
Why are you tickling me?
Because I can.
Well, I can tickle you too, babes.
Well, he is known for some smutty stuff on his show. I mean, mostly it's a man show. I personally was never really a fan. I know that I know you told me it's some women like his show, but I don't know. It's just not my thing. And I've heard some clips of his TV show that he has on TV, and it just didn't impress me really.
No, I hear you, and obviously I'm biased because I am a fan. But like, let's say they were protesting some artist that I don't care about. Like, let's say the Focus on the Family, instead of protesting Howard Stern, or in addition to protesting him, they decided to go after Sean Hannity.
Was it really them doing it, or was it somebody else?
I think they mentioned some guy named Brent Bozell who was bragging about he was like contacting Howard Stern sponsors and trying to get them.
I don't even know who that guy is.
They said that he was president of Focus on the Family, or like vice president of it.
Because James Dobson founded it, and he left and started his own started another show.
Yeah.
And now so I didn't listen to Focus on the Family a whole lot.
Oh.
But a little bit more in my teenage years, but somebody else is now the president. So I never kept up on the presidents.
Yeah, but like, let's say instead of Howard Stern, it's Sean Hannity. You would have a problem with them. Like, let's say they said he's not conservative enough, or he's not Christian enough.
Well, I would not be for that, but they also were almost canceled too. Actually, they were canceled. I think they had like a thing on social media, and they were canceled because of their beliefs on marriage, and I don't think that's right either.
Focus on the Family?
Yes.
But
recently.
How does that work, though, if they're on a bunch of conservative Christian radio stations?
No, they were on social media. They had like a page on social media.
No, I know. I heard you, but I'm saying
I think they have
their programs are broadcast on, I'm assuming, mostly conservative Christian stations. So how does it work, them getting canceled? Because
I think they were either... Okay, let me think. I think it was either a social media page or something like that, and... they were being attacked because of their stance on marriage. And I have to look that up, Bubs. I remember hearing about that just recently. I think it might have been sometime last year. So it was fairly recent.
Well, now they got True Social, so they're,
Actually, more people are joining, Bubs.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
There's 2 people on there right now.
No, there's a lot of people. It's
Focus
growing.
on the Family and... What?
Hey, Bubs, you know what? Gavin Newsom was on there. And they didn't take him off.
Uh-oh. I would tell you this. I have a friend who's a very big Trump supporter. And it's actually a friend who's doing me a favor tomorrow. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I know.
And he told me that he got on a True Social and was there for like a day and he couldn't stand it.
Well, the question I would ask him is, number 1, what did you put on there? Number 2, it probably wasn't ready for everybody to get on there, because now it's growing.
Oh,
it's growing a lot. Actually, it's one of the biggest. And now it's one of the biggest alternative media sites. It's growing pretty rapidly. So I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Interesting.
But I have my own opinion about. I'm not going to say I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
Okay. Now, he's an honest person, because he said that on Gab you can be honest, but he did tell me that there is a lot of racism on Gab. Like, he didn't try to hide that fact. He's like, you see racist posts all the time on Gab, but you also see other stuff, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm glad you're not on social media, babe.
I don't get into that stuff. I mean, yeah. I don't get caught up in it. It's just not my thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Well, good. I'm glad you don't, babes. There's not that many.
I mean,
go ahead.
I am a part of one social media site, but I barely ever get on that thing.
Is that the phone line thing?
No. I'm on Frank Speech, but I barely get on it.
I've never even heard of Frank Speech, and I've
Frank
heard a
Speech?
lot of these services.
Frank Speech is... You never heard of Frank Speech?
No. If I did, it didn't register in my head.
Really? We talked about Frank Speech before, Bubs.
Okay, I don't remember. Refresh my memory.
Mike Lindell is the one who owns Frank Speech.
Oh, you actually went on that site.
A couple of times. I mean, I usually go on there for some of the stuff that they the shows that they post on it, but I barely go on it.
You don't mind the censorship then?
Bubs, we're not going to go down that road, Bubs. We've talked about it ad nauseum.
No, we haven't. There's
Yes, we
censorship
have.
on Frank Speech, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. No, because Mike Lindell, I said that. I didn't remember the name of the site.
Listen. As much as I'm against censorship, he has the right to have his website the way that he wants to, and if people don't like it, they can get off of it.
Okay, he has a right to do that.
Yes, he does.
I'm not saying that we should protest his right. I'm saying it's a little hypocritical that he'll go after all these other sites and media sources, including Fox News now, for not allowing certain things. And then you go on his website.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. You're missing the entire point.
Go ahead.
I think he has the right to handle his website, but he also has been vilified by not just Fox, where he wasn't either vilified by the media sources or he wasn't allowed to present what he found. And I don't think that's right, because if you're going to say that you're a fair and balanced network like Fox News used to be, then they would let him explain what he believes that he has found. And he's even asked liberal show hosts like Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Kimmel and him really don't see eye to eye, but at least Jimmy Kimmel let him on the show. I honestly think that Jimmy Kimmel is no longer funny, and he's become a lot more political lately. And but I will give him credit because he actually did have Mike on his show.
Okay.
And Mike actually talked about his experience. And he even said, hey, I'm willing to talk to any liberal media commentator. I'm even willing to talk to mainstream media because I have a lot of evidence to back up my claims. And if you don't want to hear that, if you want to see it, if you want to see it, if you want to hear about it, then go and talk to me. I'll sit down with you.
There's a lot there to what you said, so I want to make a few points. One, Fox was never fair and balanced. But
they were before.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
No. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Ow.
Ouch. I can't, Bob. I can't. All right, give me a kiss or the tickle war continues. What do you want, tickle war or kiss?
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
All right, give me a kiss.
We gotta talk about other stuff.
We do, but we gotta finish this one. Okay, so Fox was never fair and balanced, first of all. And second of all, okay, maybe more people should talk to him. I personally think he's unhinged, but maybe I would feel differently if I heard him on other shows and whatnot. But that still doesn't excuse him censoring things on his platform.
Wait, hold on.
When he goes after other companies for censoring.
And think about this too. His pillows have been taken off of the big box store shelves for only the and they haven't just been taken off of big box store shelves, but other people have come after him because of his own beliefs and because he used to be a drug addict and he got sober a few years ago, actually.
A few years ago?
Yeah.
So only let's say 3 years ago? Or
No, it was what was it, 6 years ago? 5 years ago? Somewhere around there?
Okay, so not that long ago.
Not that long ago, and he is trying to help people. He actually has a recovery network network, and he's been on shows that would let him talk about it, but other people don't seem to want to listen to what he has to say, and I think that's wrong.
Right.
I think that's exactly wrong. And like I said, somebody who has a platform, if they have the right to make it the way they want to,
they do.
But I think that if you're going to make an assumption about Mike Lindell, I think you should at least hear what he has to say about wanting to sit down with the liberal media.
Okay, couple things. As much as it pains me to admit this, his pillows actually are really nice.
They are very... Oh, not only that, his slippers are great.
I can't vouch for those.
I've got a couple of... I've got slippers in my closet, and I also have some moccasins, and they feel really good on your feet, Bubs.
But this isn't an advertisement for Mike Lindell.
No, this is not an advertisement. I'm just saying that I think his products are top-notch. I think he really...
well...
I just think he makes good products.
He makes good products, but it's interesting to me that somebody is willing to censor other people and yet is screaming to the rooftops about how he's.
But how do you know that he's censoring other people? Have you been on his website?
I've heard people talk about his website. You're not allowed to bring up God in a disparaging way. You're apparently not allowed to swear on his website. And I forget the rest, but there's a couple other things.
But don't you think, Bubs, as when we talk about rights, that people have to their own platforms, this guy is actually, you know, he was involved in a really, really horrible lifestyle before he became a business mogul. And I think and maybe I don't know, I'm guessing this, and maybe the reason why he has his platform that way and he wants those rules that way is because I think he wants that part of his life gone. And I think that he wants to be a person that operates with integrity. And because he's a Christian man, I think that I can kind of understand why he wants to do it this way. You may not like it, but he has the right not just to sell his products, but he also has the right to get his message out there. And like I said, if people don't like it, if people think it's too family oriented, or if people think it's too preachy or whatever, then that's fine. But he has the right.
I'm not saying anything that he doesn't have the right, but I'm saying it seems to me very hypocritical to be screaming from the rooftop that nobody will give him a platform when he's willing to deplatform people. By that argument, I can make the right, well, Fox News has the right not to have Mike Lindell on their platform, and Facebook has the right to not have him on. And that's true, but it is kind of shady.
Yeah, but wait a minute though. You haven't even heard most of the stuff as to how he's been vilified and canceled. So I think until you really listen to the whole story, can you really understand where he's coming from? I'm just saying.
Okay, but you would think that somebody with that experience wouldn't be open to canceling other people like he is on his platform. That's all I'm saying. It's nothing about his rights. He has a right to do that, but I also have the right to think he's being a hypocrite for doing that, considering that he's always screaming about being canceled and all that stuff.
But he has been.
Right, but he's willing to do it to other people.
I'm just saying, Bubs, before you assume anything about this person, I do think that you should listen to his interviews.
Okay, let me phrase it to you like this.
Okay.
Do you think that somebody has a right, but if somebody's canceled and they're screaming about cancel culture all the time, don't you think it's a little bit hypocritical of that person to say, I'm willing to cancel other people?
No, I don't think it's hypocritical, but I also don't think that he's canceling anyone. I think that he is, the only thing that he's doing is he's making his platform the way he wants to, just like chat lines have their rules. You can't be on a chat line, for example, if you're underage, if you're under 18, right?
Right. They
have the right to say that. If you don't want to be on the chat line or whatever platform it is because you don't like the rules, and get off of it. But I don't think that he's canceling anyone because I never heard any stories about him saying you can't be on here.
There are terms of service.
But there are. Yes, there are terms of service, and he has the right to that. I don't think it's cancellation at all. I think he's just making it the way that he wants it to be. So just like you have the right, if you had a platform up there, you can give a rule such as I don't want any racist, derogatory terms on my platform. I don't want people having. I don't want any children on this platform because it's strictly for adults. Or I don't want anyone threatening to kill anybody on my platform because it's illegal.
Right, but there's a difference between there's something that's illegal, saying that you don't want that on your platform. That makes complete sense. So let me give you another example. It seems to me what I'm hearing, you're fine with Fox News not having Mike Lindell on because
I never said that.
Well, but it's their right though.
No, I never said that.
It's their right.
It may be their right, but but they invited him on the show. They invited him on the show. It wasn't like they never invited him on the show. He was there to talk about what he found concerning the 2020 election, but they wouldn't let him finish. There's a difference.
Okay.
It wasn't like he was never invited.
Let me give you another example, and then we will drop this because we do have other stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
You're okay with Facebook shadow banning people?
I never said that.
Why not? It's their right.
No, I never said that was okay. I think it's terrible, and I think that Twitter is terrible for shadow banning, and that's why they're going down.
Yeah, but it's their right, isn't it?
It is their right, but I'm not. Okay. I think you're missing the point here.
Oh my goodness!
Because they're making a concerted effort to cancel people. All that Mike Lindell is doing is saying, "This is what I expect on my website, and you can get on here, but just remember." There are rules, and if you don't like the rules, get off of it. He's not saying that you can never get on here.
Okay. There's
a difference.
That, listen, again, and then we can drop this. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that this is his right. I'm just saying it's your right, and I believe you should have that right, but you're also kind of a douchebag when you scream about cancel culture all the time.
And all I'm saying is that you actually look into this and you listen to his interviews, because I really think he has a good case for what has happened to him.
Oh.
Before you decide that he's a crazy person, I think you should actually listen to some of his interviews.
I am against cancel culture, but the difference is I'm against it on both sides.
And who told you that he was canceling anybody?
Well, people could get deplatformed or kicked off the platform for not following his rules. And I think, now this is Freedom Love and Rick, if I open a social media site, my only rules would be you're not allowed to slander anybody because that's illegal. You're not allowed to do anything that's illegal on this platform because, we don't want to get shut down. And other than that, how about it? We stick with the legal definition of the laws. And if you stay within those legal definitions that the government has stated.
But how much do you want to bet?
Enjoy.
No, I don't know if this is, because you're only telling me that that's what he said, but how much do you want to bet that was another way for the mainstream media to vilify him because they don't want anybody on his site? I'm just saying.
I don't think they.
I'm just saying.
See him as a threat, to be honest.
I'm just saying, Bubs. I'm just saying, Bubs. I think you should look this thing up.
Okay, I would say that he seems a little bit unhinged in interviews. And my take on Mike Lindell is he might be a bright businessman. I do like his pillows. I'm not going to lie to you. But something tells me he's the type of guy who, after he got off drugs, needed something to fill that void. And that void was filled by Trump and talk of cancel culture. But that's my opinion.
It wasn't filled by Trump.
Oh.
He liked his policies. It had nothing. I mean, there are other things that fill his void, or whatever you call a void. I don't know.
Is this dude married?
I don't know that information.
Is there a Michelle Lindell?
No.
Oh.
I don't know this. I think he used to be, but I don't know if he's remarried.
Nice.
But I believe his family has helped with his business.
Oh.
But anyway.
Well, I love you, babes.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Don't judge a book by its cover until you really know the whole story.
No, I just gave you my take on it, and you know it now, so
Uh-oh.
It's all good. They just want to give me a kiss.
No, No.
Yeah, because Mike Lindell said if you don't use the word cancel culture.
Bubs.
Give me a kiss.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Good debate there, Bubba. Good debate.
Thank you there. Joe Biden has coronavirus. We're not going to go through that. He has plenty of treatment.
No, he's yeah. Anyway,
I just wanted to mention that, and if he lives, he lives, and good on him, I guess. And
if he goes, well, he was out the door anyway.
Well, then we get Kamala Harris as president, and nobody really wants that.
I doubt that she's going to be. I really do.
She's a vice president, babes. That's how the law works.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, she's failing so much.
So here's something interesting. People compare Joe Biden to Jimmy Carter a lot because Jimmy Carter was unpopular. Mm-hmm. But the way I understand it is Jimmy Carter was also super lib and would occasionally do stuff for the people. And Joe Biden keeps wanting us to know how good of friends he is with Mitch McConnell. So he does stuff against the people to prove it.
It's more than just that.
It's more than that.
It's way more than just that.
But it's partially that. So I don't think the comparison is apt, but it is interesting.
I think all I've heard is that they were comparing policies, because I heard that under Jimmy Carter, the economy was horrible. And there were some other things that were happening that people didn't like his policies. That's what I heard.
Oh.
And that Jimmy Carter was not doing quite as bad as
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing really bad. But he'll be out of office at the end of 2024 anyways.
I don't know. He's not looking so good with everything his son is doing.
No.
Not only that, but he does have ties to China and Ukraine.
In fairness, every president does, though.
Not every president does.
Really?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure every president does.
But despite your opinion on that, I personally think that something eventually is going to give, and because there's so much information on Joe Biden's helping out with Hunter's business dealings and all that other stuff, I think eventually something's going to give. I'm not sure what.
Nobody
but
in power cares that he helped his son in business dealings. All presidents get away with that type of stuff.
Oh, no, people do.
Not in power.
Yes, they do.
Not the elite, not the people who really
maybe not the elite, but other people do.
Other people do, but they don't run this country. We're talking about the top 1%.
I'm just saying, Bubs.
Okay, you go.
I wasn't talking about people in power that don't care. I'm just saying that the majority of people actually do care.
Yeah.
About what's going on, because that's a reflection on how Joe Biden has parented.
It is. But his son might also have some mental health issues from the car crash that he was in as a little kid too.
I don't know. Yeah, because it killed his mother.
Yeah, killed his mother and his little sister, and he was in the car. So he could, and I know that he had some medical stuff. Well, at least I believe that because that was in Joe Biden's book that I read years and years ago.
When he was still sound.
Well, who knows? But I did read one of his books. Yes.
Anyway, I don't really want to talk about Biden stuff because I'd rather get my tooth pulled, honestly.
Oh my goodness! Well, that's what we're doing next, there, Jaylo. So open wide.
No. No. Yeah, I don't think so.
What if we find out, babes, when you die, that God is very literal? So every time you said something like, I'd rather have this happen than that, he's just like, okay, you're here now, so we're going to do all those things that you said you'd rather have done to you.
Oh my goodness, that would be terrible.
Are you afraid of that?
No, because I don't think he works that way, Bubs. I think he's a lot more merciful than that.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
If God is real.
Yes, Bubs.
Oh.
Yes, Bubs.
You hope so.
You just haven't realized it yet.
Well, I believe that there could be a God. I'm not sure if there's a God who cares about us, though.
Oh, there is.
Oh,
there is. Very much so.
Then show it. Oh. No, I'm just kidding, babes.
There is, Bubs.
Yes. Very good. Babes,
Yeah.
we had a little bit of an issue yesterday with your printer.
We had kind of a crummy day. Well, it first started off with me kind of flooding the bathroom, and that was completely my fault, and I completely was very, very upset that I did that. And everything's cleaned up, by the way.
This was before I came over.
Yeah.
So it really was Alana's fault.
It was my fault.
Yes.
I admitted that.
You did.
I just said.
You did.
And that wasn't good. And then I tried very, very hard to print a couple of things that Rick sent me, and I thought I printed them out fine the day before because the last time I used it was a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked really funny. It didn't print out the whole thing, so I had to do a couple of things. I was saving the documents, and I tried to print them out.
And in fairness, you tried this for a couple hours.
Yes, I did. I wasn't gonna give up. I was like, I'm gonna print this and see what happens. I also need to check the position of the paper too, but we tried a bunch of stuff. We cleaned the cartridges. We tried to align the cartridges. And it was hard because Rick has limited vision and I don't. So we both didn't understand how to do that. So I'm going to have to wait for someone to look at it.
Basically, I'm going in for an audition tomorrow for this immersion theater company, and they wanted a headshot and a resume. So when this is going down, I'm like, oh, this isn't good.
And I was very frustrated too. I was like, I really wanted to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad because I didn't know that my printer was going to act up like that.
We are also expecting a heat wave that's coming tomorrow. So it's bad enough that I'm going to be out and about when this stuff is going on, but it maybe meant that I would have had to leave a little bit earlier and spend more time running errands and hanging out at the library, which I'm thinking, babes, I don't have my library card on me, so I would have to go back to my place, get it, and then go to the library, which is a big thing.
Yeah.
But luckily, I have a friend in the immersion theater company. Reached out to him, and this morning he said that he would be willing to print the documents, and I sent them to him. So
very good.
Yes.
Awesome.
That'll hopefully save me some time there, Jaylo.
Yes.
Yeah. It's, you know what I keep thinking, babes?
What's that?
People always say if you're disabled or it could be about race or whatever it is, you have to work twice as hard to get half as far. And
sometimes it can be true.
I don't know if I would say that, but the way I might phrase it is oftentimes you have to devote twice as much time to something to get half as far. Because things just take longer when you're a person with a disability.
Well, I guess that would be kind of true for me because I was the only, and I'm literally the only blind student in my music department in college. So I had some things, I had some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some difficulties.
Yeah.
As far as, I wasn't really proficient in reading music. I played by ear a lot, which really helped me along. But then the rate at what I had to learn was challenging because a sighted person can read stuff off of the page, no problem. I actually have to read stuff on the page with my fingers and try to put it together in my head.
Yeah.
That's tough. It's easier if I heard a recording and went off of that, and that's how I learned a lot of my pieces, and it helped me a lot. And then, there are some blind people that are like, oh, you have to be proficient in music, and I'm thinking, well, I kind of don't know if that's actually true.
I'm a little bit of a noob when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe in orchestras, they have to look at the conductor and they might have some music to read from, like some sheet music.
Yes.
But I'm curious, how would that work as a blind performer? Because you can't see the conductor. And even if you're proficient in Braille, you have to play your instrument.
Right. And that's the challenging thing about it. Like, if I was reading Braille music, I actually would have to be by myself and learn it.
Yeah.
Because there is no way I would be able to play it off the cuff.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way. And a lot of the times when I've learned music, when I was in ensembles, I had to listen to the people around me who were playing my parts. But I also would have people record my part too, and that helps a lot.
Oh, and then you listen to it at home.
Yes, but if this is why when I think about it now, it wouldn't be realistic for me to be in an orchestra because they're above college ensembles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're a lot more advanced than college ensembles to me, and you really have to play it off the cuff. And I don't think I can do that.
That seems very difficult.
It's very difficult, yes.
I got a very dumb question that I'm not sure you know the answers to.
Yeah.
So conductors move their arms and,
yes.
and bodies a certain way to
yes.
to I guess cue people what to do.
Absolutely.
But is that all worked out ahead of time? Meaning when they're rehearsing, do they do that? Or is it they say, okay, these movements mean this, but I might switch it up during the actual live performance?
I'm not sure how that works, to be honest, because I took a conducting class and that was very kind of difficult because it was visual.
Yeah.
And I had to learn the movements of my arms and hands to, you know, to conduct in 3/4 or 4/4 or whatever. But that was a required class. I don't know how that works, honestly. I would imagine that they would have to read it first and look at the time signature, the meter. That's basically what it is. The rhythms of it, because some of them are very, some of them could be very challenging. Some of them could change rhythms at different times.
Mm-hmm.
So and then you take into account something called sonata form, which you learn when you're taking music history, and that is a form that is usually used in orchestral music. And I'm not going to get into that because it might go over people's heads.
It might go over my head.
It might go over your head. You'd be like, what, huh? Anyway, so I don't know how they do it. I would imagine they have to look at the music really quick and think about how to conduct it. And in flute choir, if you're in a smaller ensemble, then their teachers will usually explain, okay, this is how you play it. So I'm going to conduct it like this, and this is how you play it.
Oh, interesting.
But I don't know how it works with like a conductor that's conducting a full ensemble. I think he or she talks about it, but I don't know how that works.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. The conducting is very visual, although I know someone who's blind that I went to school with in the past, and she learned how to conduct very well, and I'm thinking, how is that?
Oh, wow. So is she totally blind, or is
yes.
she a person? Oh, wow. And she's a conductor for an orchestra.
No, she's not a conductor, but I don't believe she's a conductor, but I think she learned how to conduct. But she picked it up pretty quickly. From what I heard.
Does she teach a class on conducting?
I'm not exactly sure what she does. I just heard one of my friends tell me that she is good at conducting.
See, that can be a little bit misleading.
So I don't know. I don't. Okay. Maybe I should explain this.
Go ahead.
I don't know if she is actually a conductor, but I heard that she's good at knowing how to conduct, how to physically conduct.
Right. But it's different if I show you a skill that I do in my living room with nobody else around versus doing it in a crowd of people.
But like I said, I don't know the extent of it.
Yeah.
I just heard that she learned how to, the motions of conducting. Now, my friend who told me this didn't exactly go far into it, but that's what I heard. So I don't know.
Yeah. It sounds like there's maybe...
I don't know, Bubs. I don't know. You can't come to a conclusion, Bubs.
All right, babes. It's all right.
Conclusion.
Hey, I'm going to start tickling you, babes, when you say stuff that I don't.
did before. Hey.
I only did that once, and I didn't do that at all when you were talking about Mike Lindell, and I wanted to. I almost did.
Ow. Well,
you hit me with your head.
Sorry. You tickle me, I'll tickle you, and I tickle you, you tickle me. That's how it is, I guess.
Either that, or we just say we allow each other to speak like normal adults, and we don't do any tickling when the other one's talking, and we hear what we hear, even if it's threatens our sense of cancel culture, our desire to be part of that world.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
But anyway, so I don't know the extent of it. That's just what I heard. Don't quote me on it.
Okay.
It just sounded interesting.
So outside of your friends, are there any like real blind conductors out there running orchestras, or have there been?
I don't know of any. I mean, that would be very challenging, honestly.
Yeah. I wonder if this is going to sound weird, but if you could have a special seat made that'll lift your feet up so you could read the Braille music with your toes and play it with your fingers.
I don't have that kind of talent.
Okay.
I don't have that kind of talent. I would be able to have that kind of talent if I didn't have any arms and I had to use my feet.
Yeah, but then you can play your instrument and read your music.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work, honestly. Yeah, it's tough. It is.
It can be hard on a player out there, babes.
Music player.
Yes.
Not a player.
Yes, not like that song. You know it's hard on a player and a pimp when you don't have money for the rent. That was a bad movie.
It's
Hustle and
hard
Flow.
out there for a pimp.
You know that's the movie Hustle and Flow?
I heard of it. I never saw it, but I heard that 3 a.m. Mafia won
3-6 Mafia.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
It's okay.
3-6 Mafia won best song for that picture.
I like that song. The movie felt very cookie cutter to me.
Yeah.
It did. I went to see it in the theater and I was disappointed in it.
Really?
Yeah. It just felt like I saw the beats coming a mile away, and it felt like somebody who doesn't really know rap music the world of rap music that well decided to go in and write a movie, and they played out like these are the Hollywood beats that we have to hit versus this is an original idea and this is how we're going to execute it.
What was the premise?
This guy who is a pimp. Now, remember, I saw it in the theaters in like 2005, so it's been a minute, and I haven't watched it since then. But if I remember right, Terrence Howard is this pimp in the South, and he has all these ladies and whatnot, but he wants to get into the rap music game. So he tells everybody that he's good friends with this rapper from his hometown who became a success. And the rapper is played by Ludacris, but he has like a different name in the movie.
Oh, okay.
So he convinces them that they're going to make a demo tape and give it to him. He's going to listen to it and sign them. Okay. It turns out that Ludacris's character doesn't know Terrence Howard. And he's kind of a jerk, too. Oh. So Terrence Howard ends up beating him up and putting his demo tape on the guy. At the end of the movie, he's in prison, but people know of him because of the incident.
Oh, wow.
And, there's kids involved because, like, the hookers have kids, and he beats up on the hookers. And
oh, wow.
The song is good, but the movie is a little bit,
okay.
Not that original, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yes. But what do I know, babes? I know a lot.
I know. Well, you do know a lot. Yes. Probably some things a lot more than I do.
Thank you there, Jaylo.
I can admit that.
I've heard that Terrence Howard is difficult to work with.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but it is interesting that they replaced him after the first Iron Man movie.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
They replaced him with Don Cheadle, who's a great actor.
Huh.
Not to say that Terrence Howard isn't, but I've just seen more of Don Cheadle's work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. We never watched Boogie Nights.
No, I don't know if I want to watch that one, but
it's not my favorite movie, but it's good. It has some good stuff in it. Dirk Diggler.
That's the one that's a male prostitute, right?
No. That's the movie. It starts off in the late 70s, and Burt Reynolds directs pornography. He meets Mark Wahlberg and convinces him to become a porno star. And it's about, what happens to him and the people around him. It's a good movie. It's not my favorite film, but it's worth watching.
Oh.
But it doesn't sound like little Jaylo was that interested.
No, yeah.
We still got to watch Pulp Fiction. I would push for that
No.
before I would push for Boogie Nights.
No.
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 Oh. Excuse me. And possibly Clerks one day. I don't know. Clerks might be a little bit too much for you.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'd probably be like, you like this? Really?
Yeah. We do have to watch Chasing Amy at some point in the near future. But we're not going to see each other next week, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And you're happy about that. Well, I'm happy about that because I'm not happy about not seeing you, but it's my choice because I'm going to go and see the Roots.
Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about not seeing you, but I understand that it is going to be really hot.
Mm-hmm.
I really would rather not be in the heat. And that's probably why we're not gonna go to see
live music
on Tuesdays,
mm-hmm.
which is a really good tradition when it's there.
Maybe another week from now.
In another week, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I also have to figure out what might be going on in the first week of August.
A friend is visiting you.
Yeah.
From California. Actually, a couple of them.
A couple of them are, and they have friends here. But I don't know what, if it's just going to be one day or what. So I have to find that out.
And these friends are all conservative Christians.
They are not.
Oh, they aren't.
They're liberal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Your friends who are coming from California are liberals?
Yeah, my friend's fiance, the woman is more liberal than he is.
Wow, I am
Hey,
shocked.
Bubs, I have friends that are of different political persuasions.
You've always said that, but I am shocked. I've never met any of your friends.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to, apparently. Because it's not like you said, oh, Bub, you should come with us. It's like, I'm going to this place, Bubs, by myself. But that makes me feel good. I'm glad to hear that. And they're atheists or what? I
don't know. I don't know.
And they're liberal because you've talked with them about politics, or you've heard them discuss it.
I've heard them discuss it. I think his fiance is more outspoken about it than he is. I think he's a little bit more diplomatic.
Yeah.
So he kind of tries to see other people's points of view, but and I think it's because also she comes from Germany.
Yeah.
And Germany is a very is a socialist country, so
yeah, you can't really say anything too conservative if you come from Germany because of the history in recent, in recent centuries, I guess. But I'm glad to hear that you're surrounding yourself with.
Well, Bubs, you know that I have some liberal friends.
I know that you've said that.
Yeah,
but I'm glad you do. Okay, I feel more comfortable about you being around these people.
Oh my goodness!
And no Jesus in their life.
Bubs, stop it.
What?
Now you're just making fun, Bubs.
No, I never would. Oh, babes. That reminds me, we got to talk about my restaurant idea.
No.
That we're going to turn into a sitcom.
I'm very against it.
Because we're not doing it at a restaurant, but we might make it into a sitcom.
I'm very against it.
All right, let me say what it is, babes. I was thinking yesterday, what's a good business to go into? Because I'm also entrepreneur boy. And I thought, well, what if we made a cheese shop and we called it Jesus Christ? And basically at Jesus Christ, we make idols of the Virgin Mary and the three wise men and of Jesus himself in cheese form. And we sell it to Catholics because they're into that idol stuff.
No.
And Alana said apparently that's sacrilegious. I don't know why.
It is very sacrilegious.
So what if we reworked it as a sitcom?
No.
Why is it a problem to make that into a sitcom?
I just think there's some I don't know. It's just not. I just think it's very sacrilegious. I think it's very blasphemous. I don't think that people are going to are going to receive it well.
Oh. Well, I already signed a deal with TBN.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I did not sign a deal with TBN.
Oh.
What do you think they get paid on TBN to do those shows? Or do they pay them to broadcast?
I really don't know because I don't watch TBN anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, there's just some things I just don't agree with them, what they're doing anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 But anyway.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to the Heat Babes.
I'm not either.
And I'm talking to the shrink on Tuesday. We haven't talked for a while.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see how that goes and, all the stuff.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Babes.
Yep.
We had baked potatoes for dinner.
We did.
They were
really good.
They were.
I didn't finish the last one that I was eating because I was very, very full.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to finish it off tomorrow.
And let's briefly talk about the movie Clerks.
Okay.
You already know it's my favorite comedy film of all time.
Yes.
I think it's really funny. I will try not to give too much away because some people might think it's a little bit too vulgar. But in the movie, Veronica is talking with Dante, and she explains to him what snowballing is. And we don't have to go into specifics here.
It's really disgusting.
Yeah.
You told me about it, and I think it's disgusting.
But let's just say it also comes out that Dante is the 37th man that Veronica has given certain services to. And I would encourage everybody to watch that for themselves because it's hysterical.
Uh-oh.
In my opinion.
In your opinion.
In the movie Stepmommy.
Stepmom.
I thought it was Stepmommy.
It's Stepmom.
Okay.
So can I give a little bit of a background, and then you do. Okay, why don't you go first, and I'll give a.
There's a scene where she's talking to your girl Jenna Malone,
who plays Anna.
Yeah, Julie Roberts is, and I'm 90% sure that this is a reference to the movie Clerks. The only thing that makes me question it a little bit is she changed it from snowballing to like snowblowing.
Yeah.
But I'm still pretty sure that that's a reference to Kevin Smith because she said that she learned it in a movie and sometimes people change words around.
Yeah, she's like, I heard it described to me in a movie and I am not going to take you to go see.
Yeah. It does make me wonder if it is a Clerks reference, why they would change it from snowballing to snowblowing.
Okay.
Maybe they did that so there would be some doubt in people's minds. Or in case there's any like mommies and daddies who love the movie Clerks and go and see it with their friends or their kids rather, that the dads don't accidentally talking about how Dante was the 37th, person and whatnot. I don't know. I almost said the joke, but I won't.
Because Susan Sarandon asked what it was to Julia Roberts, and she's like, well, I didn't tell her.
Yeah.
She didn't go into it,
Yeah. I wish that if it was a reference to Clerks, they just would have, said snowballing. But we can live with it.
Okay.
Now, that said, a movie came out on my birthday in 1998.
Yes.
And I remember what I was doing that day because it was my birthday. Also, I met somebody who was born on that day. On my birthday, but also on my birthday in 1998. And I met her when she was 18 or 19.
Okay, so she was almost out of high school.
Yeah, very, very nice girl.
Uh-huh.
And it was at this event. She was super nice. But I thought that was really interesting. I never forgot that she was born on my birthday because it made me feel super old. Which is probably kind of true.
Oh my goodness.
But Alana.
Yeah.
You had seen the movie Stepmom before me.
It was just a Stepmommy. They don't call her mommy.
Did you see it in the movie theaters or what?
I think we rented it. I don't remember seeing it in the movie theater. I think we rented it.
Would you like to tell me more about this film?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So Susan Sarandon and Eduardo Harris. Ed Harris.
Go ahead.
Are divorced from each other not that long after. I think they were divorced for about a couple of years or so. He is seeing a much younger Julia Roberts because she's like half his age. Don't know how old he is though. And Ed Harris, who plays Luke, and Susan Sarandon, who plays Jackie, have two kids, Anna and Ben. Anna's 12 and Ben is younger. I'm not sure how old he was. He was a really cute little boy.
Maybe like 6 or 7.
He was a cute little boy. Anyway, and they're trying to get used to Isabel because they didn't know her for very long, and Isabel's never had kids, and she's kind of trying to do her thing, and she has a job as a photographer because she photographs photo shoots or people models and photo shoots.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and apparently she's doing really well at her job, and so things are going along. The kids don't really like Isabel, and she's watching them for the first time by herself. She gets them a puppy, and I think it's to kind of break the ice.
Mm-hmm.
And Anna, in her little sassy way, because she's 12, and I get it. She doesn't like her stepmother.
Oh.
And she said, well, why don't we name the puppy Isabel? And it's like, well, she's like, well, why not? I mean, it smells like you and such and such and such.
Anna also says that she's allergic to dogs.
And I'm allergic to you, so.
Yeah. But then she ends up, like, bonding with the animal.
Well, yeah, she ends up picking the dog up and playing with it. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
So that was kind of an interesting scene. So, things are going along. Isabel and Jackie are really at each other's throats because Jackie feels that Isabel wants to get into the kids' lives. Isabel has been late to pick them up and bring them over to Jackie's because Jackie is supposed to take them to school and such and such. And she has sole custody of the kids. Things go on where Luke asks Isabel to marry him, and they are engaged. Anna, of course, is upset. And meanwhile, Jackie finds out that she has cancer in her lymph nodes, and it's 3 lymph nodes. I'm guessing it might be a lymphoma.
From what we know, too, she had cancer before, and it had spread to her lymph nodes. It had come back, but nobody knew about the previous bout with cancer, besides for her and her oncologist, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the oncologist gave her this portable IV, which I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. And she was able to take it out and put it back in, which I kind of wish they had that back when I was sick.
Well, that's the interesting thing, because the movie came out almost 10 years before your diagnosis.
Right.
So they either made this up for Hollywood, or you just went to a cheap place to get your treatment.
No, it was not a cheap place.
Oh.
No.
Cancer or S.
No, yeah. it was actually Providence, but anyway.
Oh, so they might have made it up for the movie then.
I think they did. I mean, my the port that I had was surgically put into my body, into my where I had the cancer.
Yeah.
So I couldn't take it out.
Well, I'm glad that they eventually took it out, babes.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
That was probably the worst procedure because it was really painful after it wore off. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah.
So she started getting weaker and weaker and telling Isabel, hey, I was, she told her that she was thinking about going back to work at Random House, which is a publishing company.
They published a lot of books. I've read many of them. Keep going, babes.
You did, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And she, worked at the Random House in New York where they live. And one day she's super sick. She's in her house and she says, hey, Isabel, could you pick my kids up? I have something going on at Random House. And at this point, she hasn't told Isabel what's going on. Until Ben is going to his friend's birthday party. And Jackie gives Isabel the directions. And she says, hey, I have a meeting with the Random House editor. And I want you to take Ben to his friend's birthday party.
Pick him up.
Or, I'm sorry, pick him up from his birthday party. So, she calls Random House and says, can I please speak to Jackie Harrison? And she's like, Mrs. Harrison isn't here. She's like, well, she said she had a meeting with the editor today. I just want to talk to her about something because I have to pick her son up from this party. And she says, well, I haven't seen Jackie for 11 years since she left. And then she's looking at these. So Ben gets picked up from the party. She's looking at these, what is it? Documents?
I believe, and it bears repeating, I am a blind guy, so I could have this wrong. Jackie takes Ben inside the house to, I don't get him cleaned up or something. And while she's doing that, Julia Roberts looks through the mail that's outside. And then Jackie comes out and they have a little bit of a confrontation. Then Jackie says, hey, you haven't figured out my real secret. I'm going to LA to get treatment.
Yeah, and she thought that Jackie was going to take the kids away from Luke.
Yeah, it turns out that she's getting treatment out there and she can smoke pot.
Oh my God.
Which I completely get behind.
Of course.
And even Alana has told me that she's in favor of medical marijuana.
No, I never said that.
I thought you were.
No, I said I would be if it were handled a lot differently.
Do you think it would be handled right if Jackie had access to medical marijuana?
No, I honestly think there would be better ways of treating it, but you know.
Oh my goodness, well, she smokes it in the movie, and Susan Sarandon.
Oh my goodness,
has a big lip. So keep going. Ah! Stop!
Are you gonna let me talk now?
I'm gonna let you talk now after you give me a kiss. All right, keep going, please.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so anywho,
go ahead.
So, you know, Luke, of course, find out before the kids find out. Isabel and Luke find out, and they're saying, you know, you really don't have to go about this by yourself, but let's tell the kids together. They end up telling the kids. Ben, I'm thinking, doesn't know what to think, and Anna's really upset because she's like, so you lied to me before. You had cancer, and you lied to me.
Mm-hmm.
And how can I ever trust you? And so she goes into her room. She hears Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Ben and their mom, Jackie, are dancing in the other room.
Yep.
And so she goes in there and she says, I'm sorry you're sick. And she said, well, you know, until in the meantime, before we deal with this, why don't we have a little bit of a time to dance to the song?
Yeah.
Because they're having a good time.
Yeah.
Things go on where, you know, Jackie's spending time with the kids, and she gets a babysitter for Ben and takes Anna horseback riding in the evening.
In the
snow, which I think was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. And a very, like, rich thing to do.
Yeah.
These people definitely have money. But
yeah.
Keep going.
But they were able to do it. And, you know, she would spend time with the kids. She took her to... this is earlier in the movie where she took her to Pearl Jam, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'll get into later on.
Go ahead.
And so she's spending time with them, and Isabel and Jackie still we're kind of trying to get along for the kids' sake, but I think they were starting to really understand each other. Isabel gave Anna advice on how to get back at this boy, and she took it, and Jackie was unhappy because she was she showed Isabel she thanked Isabel for that, and it should have been something that her and her mom agreed on, because her mom said that Jackie told Anna to just ignore this kid. It didn't work out. But so they had some words with each other, and Isabel was saying, you know, I'm gonna marry this, you know, I really want, you know, I just want you to know that I'm trying. I may not have any kids, but I'm really trying to help raise these kids with you. So they agreed that, you know, Isabel keeps thinking down the road to Anna's wedding, and she's going to be, you know, fluffing her dress, doing her makeup, and saying how beautiful she is before the ceremony. And her worry was that she's going to think, I really wish my mom was here. And then Jackie says, well, my worry is that she says,
that she doesn't do that.
Doesn't do that.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
I thought, wow.
Yeah.
So Christmas time comes along, and I think they're at Jackie's house, if I'm not mistaken.
You might be right.
So Isabel says, well, why don't you go up to your upstairs to see her mom because she's got Christmas presents for the both of you.
Yeah.
And this is a really touching moment.
Oh my God. Your man almost cried during this moment.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I could feel you were kind of shaking. I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah. I didn't cry, by the way, because I'm a man. And I'm a real man, an American man, by the way. I did almost cry.
I would be okay if you cried. It wouldn't make me think less of you. In fact, I think it would make me think more of you.
Thank you.
Because some guys don't want to do that.
Yes.
And some guys don't want to see their women cry too.
Oh.
Yeah.
But keep going, babes, because you're doing great.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So, Ben goes upstairs. His mom gives him a cape. He asks her if she's gonna die, and she said, well, what do you think? And he says yes. She's like, well, think about this, I think of me as not dying, but I'm gonna be off flying somewhere. And he says, how am I gonna, I'm gonna miss you. I'm not gonna see you anymore.
Yeah.
And she says, well, you can talk to me and you can imagine the times that we had, and when you imagine, I can pick you up and we can go flying together.
And we can still see each other in our dreams.
We can still see each other in our dreams. We'll have those special times in our dreams.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it's so sad because he's like, nobody loves you like I do. And she says, nobody ever will. And then he leaves.
Yeah.
And before he leaves, he goes, hey, can you tell Dad to make sure that he double knots my sneakers in the morning like you used to? What?
No, keep going.
That's what he said.
He did say that.
And then he leaves.
Yeah.
And then Anna comes upstairs and Jackie gives her a quilt.
Yeah.
And they're talking for a while and she says, I don't want to say goodbye. I'm going to miss you so much. And she's like, it's okay to miss me because when you're in trouble, I'll be there. And when you do, whatever it is, I'll be there. And, in your graduation, when you, on your wedding day, when you have your babies, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And they're talking about it. And at the end, she says, I think she says that I love you. And Anna says, always, always, and always.
Yeah, and then they take pictures together, and it ends with a picture of Julia Roberts next to Susan Sarandon. And it's not implied that she died that day. It's more implied that she's going to die soon, and that this is their last Christmas together.
And they took a picture with the entire family.
Yeah, but you see the close-up of her next to Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Oh, this was a good movie. This was a really good pick of yours, babes, because I thought going into it, this is going to be... Plug your ears, because you're about to hear some story.
Oh, Bubs.
So get ready. I was like thinking, this is going to be some bullshit. And it's going to be kind of lame. You can unplug them now.
Okay.
And I'm not going to like this movie at all. But I was very, very pleasantly surprised. This is a very good choice of yours. I would give this movie a strong 8.
Wow.
I really enjoyed it. I thought the acting was on point.
Yes,
I thought it was well written.
There's a lot of funny parts to it.
It's not just this new stepmommy and the old mommy is dying of cancer. There's more to it than that. There's laughs in it. It's very well done. And I liked that they didn't do certain things that other movies would. So let's go back to Pearl Jam for a second.
Yeah.
When Pearl Jam comes up, we don't know that we know as the audience, but Julia Roberts and all of them don't know that Susan Sarandon is having issues with cancer.
Yep.
But Julia Roberts wants to bond with your girl, Anna. So she tells Jackie, hey, I want to get tickets to see Pearl Jam next Thursday and take Anna to them. And Jackie's like, no way, she's way too young. So like 20 minutes later, Julia Roberts brings Jackie home and brings Anna home, and Jackie's like, you'll never believe this. Guess what I got? It's tickets to see Pearl Jam. In other movies, there would have been a scene where Julia Roberts calls out Susan Sarandon for this, but they don't bring it up again.
They don't, and it was like, Susan Sarandon was trying to outstage her, and it was kind of interesting how they did it.
I really like that they didn't have a confrontation scene over that.
Yeah.
I like that they just left it like it is. This is very well done.
Yeah.
Good pick from Jaylo.
Jenna Malone was she was really good. I mean, she played the 12-year-old with attitude, and she didn't have it for too long, but
she didn't overdo it.
She didn't overdo it. She was really good, and so was the little boy and Ed Harris.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple questions.
Yeah.
What does this film say about how we, I guess, deal with how families can transition, right?
Oh, I don't think that families deal with it all that well. I think it really takes some time. I can only go from my experience, but I didn't deal with it well. I'm not going to go too far into it because it is hard to talk about.
Go ahead.
But I didn't deal with it well. Eventually, I had to accept it, but I didn't deal with it very well.
I don't think most kids do, including myself.
And I think that there are families that are able to transition to where one of the parents is getting married and they were able to get to know that woman or that man. But it really does hurt even more if one of the parent keeps having men and women come out of their lives.
Yes.
I've heard more than one story about that, and it's really devastating. And some of the men have abused their girlfriend or wives' daughters.
Yep.
It's terrible. It's really terrible. And there's some statistics that are very disparaging about that kind of situation. Yeah, I think there are families that are able to deal with it, but there are families that that have a really hard time with that.
Let's talk about the death of a parent, because both your parents are still alive.
Yes.
My mom is dead, but it's not the same thing because she died fairly suddenly. And I was also in my early 30s when it happened.
Right.
And I would imagine it was hard to deal with it. But as hard as it was for me to deal with it as an adult, it's probably 10 times harder, if not more, to deal with it when you're a little kid.
Or even when you're close to being a young adult.
Yeah, exactly.
That's got to be hard, because I know of a family that I won't go too far into, but their mother died literally on September 11th.
In 2001?
No, 2021. Last year.
Oh, okay.
I told you about that.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And it was very shocking to me. I think in some ways I've mostly gotten over the shock, but I can't even imagine what her husband's going through, what their two daughters are going through, because those girls depended on their mom as much as they depended on their dad, and how they're dealing with it going forward. And if their dad has thought about marrying in the future, and he may not, but that's something that he's going to have to talk to his girls about, and I hope he does. Because there are some girls that are, that have lost their mother earlier in life, and eventually they're like, Dad, you should meet somebody and get married.
Yeah.
Some girls are okay with it,
and others have major issues with it.
Yeah, but even for boys too, can you imagine, especially if they're closer to their mom?
Yep.
How they've lost their mom suddenly, and it's like, I don't want anybody taking my mom's place, or I don't want anyone taking my dad's place.
Yeah.
It's tough. I never, thank goodness I never had to deal with it, but I've known several of my friends who have lost their mothers by the time they were 30.
It's got to be super tough when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And this type of thing happens to you.
Or even so when you're an adult, because you've had your mother or your father for so many years, and then they die, and you're still fairly young. It's tough. I would imagine it's tough.
Yes, it's tough when you're an adult. And it's also a good thing in the sense that when you're born, I guess sort of the expectation, at least in our society and in the time we live in, for the most part, is that you should outlive your parents. So it's a tough thing, but in some ways it's also a very good thing. That would be my take on it.
But it's I remember that scene in Steel Magnolias when Malin, she's played by Sally Field, and they just lost Shelby. Yeah. And she's like, why did she have to go first? I should have been the one to go first. Yeah. Because when a parent is, a parent should never have to bury a child. The child usually buries a parent. And it's I would imagine it's very, very hard.
Well, they usually hire people to do it, but I hear
Oh
what you're saying.
you know what I mean.
I hear what you're
Oh
saying.
my goodness.
Again, in my mind, I keep thinking, what if God is super literal? But I hope that's not the case.
I don't think so.
Yes. He'll be like, Alana, you did not bury your mom. Come on. You lied. Every time you told people you buried your parents, you lied.
I don't think he would be like that, Bubs.
Oh, good. Good.
That would be very unmerciful, Bubs.
Yes. But
I do think he has a sense of humor, but I don't think he would do that.
nice. Well, he must, because he made my sense of humor.
I think so, Bubs. He made you and given you a personality.
Yep. So he knew that I was going to come out with that joke. Jesus Christ. But
still not a good thing, Bubs.
Well, it comes from God, babes.
No.
Anyways,
you're the one who came up with the idea,
and
Bubs.
who gave me the sense of humor to come?
Yeah,
up
but
with
Bubs,
that?
you chose to do that, Bubs.
I chose to do that because I had the sense of humor.
Oh, Bubs. Okay, anyway.
All right. I'm not going to ask you if you would recommend this movie to your family since you saw it with them.
Yes, I did.
And it sounds like you liked it too. Would you also give it an 8 or a 7?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Yes, I would.
What would your elevator pitch be to somebody who hasn't seen it before?
I think I would say that this is a realistic portrayal as to how kids really handle transitioning into a blended family.
Yeah, it didn't feel Hollywood, even though it had a lot of big actors in it. It's not like a typical Hollywood movie where they try to, do some crazy, silly stuff.
Who directed it? Do you know?
No, I don't know who directed it. But they did a really good job of it.
They did. It was dramatic at the right parts. It was funny at the right parts. It didn't make Isabel out to be this evil person, even though she didn't have any kids, and it seemed like she didn't know what she was doing in the beginning.
Yeah. But it also didn't make her or Jackie out to be saints either. It's just showing them as people.
Right. They're people, and Jackie's trying to raise her kids, and she, and I understand why she felt that way towards Isabel, because she felt like her kids were being taken away from her.
Yeah.
And she wanted them to be protected.
I'm surprised because I did know about this film.
Yeah.
But I hadn't heard people say good stuff about it before you.
Yeah.
So that contributed to feeling like this movie is a pleasant surprise.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay.
So 2 thumbs up for Stepmommy.
Stepmom. Not Stepmommy. Yes. They're going to be looking for Stepmommy. Like, there's a Stepmommy movie. It's Stepmom.
There had to be a film that came out at some point called Stepmom.
Well, there's Mommy Dearest.
Yeah, that's different though.
And the Stepford Wives, which is not the same thing.
That movie kind of.
They're all robots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a weird movie.
I heard it is weird.
A part of the movie they say that they're robots, and then later on in the movie they say that they're hypnotized. Oh. So I'm not sure what it was. It was confusing.
Okay.
Yeah. But go and see Stepmommy, and then go and see the sequel.
Stepmom.
And then Stepmom, and then watch the sequel, Saved, and you'll see what happened. She found God.
Saved was not a sequel. It just was not my favorite movie, and I thought in some ways it was kind of sacrilegious too. Oh. I have seen it, and there are some funny parts, but I don't think I'd want to watch it again. I watched it a few times.
I agree with you. I only saw it once, and there were things in it that I really enjoyed, but as a movie as a whole, listen, I could see it again, but I'll live if I don't see it again. I'd give it maybe a week 7.
I've given it a week 7 just because of some of the stuff that I didn't like about it, and I kind of thought like they were poking too much fun at Christian schools and how Christians are supposed to act, and I thought that was like, and I've seen it like in the theater, and I've seen it like a couple of times after that, but
I saw it on home video.
Yeah.
In 2004, so not that long after it came out, and I actually didn't think it went far enough. But that's the difference between you and me, and that goes to be because I'm non-religious, and you are. So, yeah. So that's what happened there. Jaylo. Yeah. In 1994,
yes,
my mom rented me a movie called Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, she did?
Well, but here's what happened, babes.
Yeah.
I watched the opening credits and then turned it off because I'm like, yeah, this is going to be lame. And I never went back to it. And this was Mel Brooks's last movie. Oftentimes, with filmmakers near the end of their career, they don't produce their best work. And I don't think that this is Mel Brooks's best film, but it's a lot better than I expected. And there's a lot of good stuff in it.
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't give it an 8 like Stepmom, but I'd probably give it a strong 7.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And, with parody films, the premise is kind of loose. It's basically the Robin Hood story.
Yeah.
But with a lot of comedy. But the comedy is really well done in this movie. It's Dave Chappelle's first film. I was surprised about how big of a role that he had in it. And I was thinking maybe then instead of giving a premise, because most people know Robin Hood, would you like to point out some scenes that you really enjoyed?
Oh yeah. So I like the part when the guard lets the prisoners out. And that was kind of funny.
Well, he doesn't let them out, but they escape.
They escape, yeah, but he lets them go, though.
No, he goes into the other room to tell people that the prisoners are willing to confess. It's like, if I told them something and it wasn't true, they're going to punish me, and they just leave him there.
Yeah, but he let Robin Hood go, though.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did.
Okay, I don't remember that.
I believe he let Robin Hood go, and he knew he was in trouble. But there was another scene that where these people's hands were. There's these people's hands were. Hold on a second. I'm going to.
That's your mama. Either that or there's a demon in your phone.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, there was a scene where the prisoners' hands went into the vents and the guards were whipping their hands.
Yeah,
that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So we are introduced to this guy was talking about his son whose name is Achu.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, he's like, I am the father of Achu. And Robin Hood said, bless you. He's like, no, Achu is my son. He's in England. And Achu happens to be Dave Chappelle's character.
Mm-hmm.
There is some funny parts with him. Blinken is Robin Hood's servant who's blind. And I like the scene too where the soldiers of or the men of the sheriff of Rottingham takes Robin Hood's family home.
Yeah.
Off of the foundation. What else? I thought the scenes with Maid Marian were great, like when she was talking to that little bird, and when the little bird leaves, it poops in her hair.
Oh, I thought it was on her arm.
Her head.
Oh, was it on her head?
I don't know if it was on her head, but the bird poops on her head.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I thought it was on her arm.
No, because Brunhilde, remember Brunhilde says, and the happy little bird made a happy little doo-doo on your head.
Oh, on your head, okay.
On her head.
I thought it was her arm or her hand or something.
No,
but apparently I'm wrong.
No, the bird was just standing there, right? And she was talking to the bird.
But she was holding the bird in her hands.
Oh, okay. Well, it pooped on her head, so I think it's okay. That was funny. Is there any ones that you liked?
It's an obvious joke, but I like some stuff like this where they're getting ready to start this archery ceremony, and they're like two horn blowers, and they both blow in opposite ears of Richard Lewis.
Richard Lewis is really funny as Prince John.
Yeah. That's one that stood out to me when they take the whatchamacallit to the chastity belt. What is it, like a sledgehammer to try to open
the drill, the jackhammer.
Yeah.
Because because that was supposed to be the treasure. Was the key to the chastity belt was supposed to be found.
Yeah.
And the sheriff of Rottingham was trying to get her to marry him, and she said, the only thing you will have is my body. You can never have my heart, my mind, or my soul. Anyway,
it was a good film.
It was really funny.
Yes.
I'm glad you liked it, because I only saw it. I saw it a couple of times, but it was like a really long time ago when I was a teenager.
Here's a complaint I have, though.
Yeah.
And it's... Mel Brooks does this sometimes. He didn't do it as much in this film as he did in Blazing Saddles. And to me, this is the thing that ruined Blazing Saddles.
What is that?
Which I know everybody besides me thinks is his masterpiece. But there's too much breaking of the fourth wall. For example, in the archery part where it looks like Robin Hood lost, he's like, don't I get another shot at this? Let me see the script. And then he looks at the script and everybody else looks at the script and they see that he has another shot. And okay, I get it. That's a joke, but it's a joke at the expense of the reality of the story that you're telling.
Oh, wow.
So that would be my main complaint. But besides that, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, here what?
Yes.
I like the ending where
It worked in Blazing Saddles.
Well, I have to explain it.
Go ahead.
Well, the ending where Robin Hood appoints a new sheriff of Rottingham, which is Achu, and they're like, a black sheriff? And he's like, well, why not? It worked in Blazing Saddles. Yeah, the sheriff, Achu is a sheriff of Rottingham.
My mom enjoyed Blazing Saddles a lot, but she told me that she went to see it with some family friends.
Yeah.
And, they were all Baha'i and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the dad and the daughter were so offended that they had to leave like 10 minutes or like 20 minutes into the film. So my mom never got to see it completely in the theater. Oh. I think she watched it later on home video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What parts were they offended at? I mean, I know that there was Alex Karras's character who was supposed to be like a gay cowboy or something or whatever it was.
I don't know if they made it that far into the film. There's a lot of use of the N-word in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I don't mind that if it's done right. And I actually thought that they did a good job of doing it.
Why would they use it though?
Because he's a black sheriff, Cleavon Little, and it's like right after the Civil War.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the movie, it's right after the Civil War.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of farting stuff in the movie.
Oh.
And again, I felt for the most part that worked. It was when they broke the fourth wall at the end of it that I'm like, I can't recommend Blazing Saddles.
What do you mean the fourth wall?
They go off of the movie set of Blazing Saddles and start having a shootout in the back of the studio, if I'm remembering right. And then they walk in and they buy tickets to the premiere of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's you know how I am with like reality stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like when they break reality in movies.
Oh, interesting.
And they acknowledge that they're in a film. Now, it's done right in some cases, but I felt with Blazing Saddles, it was way too over the top for me. And I understand that it's a comedy that's meant to be that way, but you know how I am with that stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. But other people consider it his masterpiece.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes. But this is good.
Good.
This was good. Yes. And I'm excited about tonight. We're going to watch Dog Day Afternoon and an HBO documentary about Steven Spielberg.
And I hope it is good.
I hope it is good too. It should be good.
Yeah.
I mean, he participated in it.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah. And Martin Scorsese is interviewed for it and a couple other famous people. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Very good.
Very good, babes.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? I know we don't remember our dreams.
Well, I didn't have one, so.
I had them and I forgot them as soon as I woke up.
It probably wasn't that important.
Probably not.
Otherwise, you would have remembered it.
Yes.
But, anywho.
Anything else you want to say?
I don't think so.
All right, well, then give me a kiss.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
All right, babes.
Okay.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.